Turning to more reporting on this explosive testimony today, I want to bring in commentaries John Podhoretz. He's a conservative writer and a former speechwriter for President Reagan, as well as Mother Jones' David Corn, the author of several books, including Russian Roulette. Good evening to both of you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
David, I think you just heard, and our viewers may have just heard, we had two careful prosecutors on saying that if Mr. Taylor's evidence and allegations today, combined with the rest of the case, were facing a civilian defendant, Mr. Kelly, who's prosecuted many cases, said that you'd probably plea. You wouldn't go to trial on this evidence.
Yeah, that was very interesting. Yet Barrett also said that she said, no way Congress can't find it significant. Now, I disagree.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of ways that Republicans in Congress will continue to put on their blinders and say there's nothing here. They say, they said that before when there was evidence of a quid pro quo. I don't think they're going to change their tune. What are the responses that we've gotten out of them? No quid pro quo. Well, Mick Mulvaney in the transcript said there was a quid pro quo, and now we have this impeccable eyewitness with meticulous notes saying it directly. Then they said it was about corruption. I read the 15 pages of Taylor's testimony that was leaked. I'm sure you have too. How many times did the word corruption appear in that? None. It's all about putting pressure on Zelensky directly from Trump. He's the mob boss. They're lieutenants. And as Betsy said earlier in the show, there is a roadmap here. They can bring in all these people who are named in this testimony. There are a lot of names there. And the interesting thing is going to be whether the White House at some point says, no, you can't testify. And they try, after the horse has run out of the barn, is over the hill, and is out of the county, to lock the door behind it.
Wow. Mixed metaphors with the horsing and the locking, but I followed, David.
Okay, there you go.
John Podhoretz, as you may know, we turn to make sure we're hearing all views. And on this program, we've had Mr. Sekulow come on. We've had Corey Lewandowski come on. We've had a lot of officials come on, and they've tried out different views of this. Do you think, as a conservative who might be sympathetic to some of these individuals and to at least a robust foreign policy power, certainly the president can do foreign policy. Do you think today was negative for the Trump White House?
Oh, yeah. Was it negative? I don't know that it could be any more negative. I mean, Taylor says in his testimony that Gordon Sondland said to him that Trump said, we have to withhold the aid unless Zelensky comes out and talks about Burisma. That's the company that Hunter Biden got the contract from. So, I mean, it's not a quid pro quo. It is literally a statement by someone close to Trump that Trump said we're cutting off money that Trump does not legitimately have the right to cut off. From what I can tell, that is, the money was authorized and appropriated by Congress, and with one tiny loophole, right? Not a tiny loophole, which is that you can withhold the money if you have evidence that the money was going to be corruptly spent in the country to which it's going. Otherwise, you cannot suspend the aid, right?
So is it impeachable?
Sure. I mean, what we have here is a piece of evidence layered on top of the three other things. And now, so we have a contemporaneous report at the time that Trump's intimate, the person that he turned to help do this sort of backdoor quieter diplomacy, saying to him, we're holding up the aid unless Zelensky does this for us. So impeachable? Absolutely. Now
let me I'm going to let you go back to you. But you say, yes, impeachable. Very interesting. I want to show you where Lindsey Graham is. Take a look.
What's going on in the House is behind closed doors depositions that are being selectively leaked, according to our Republican colleagues, that tell half the story. We still don't know who the whistleblower is, and nobody can have $1 of property taken from them or serve 15 minutes in jail based on an anonymous accusation that's full of hearsay. So I think we should be telling the American people that what's going on in the House is un-American and, quite frankly, dangerous.
He's arguing process, not facts.
Yeah, but the whistleblower doesn't matter anymore.
Well, let me ask you, is that a good argument for conservatives or not?
Well, I mean, it's an okay argument if you're trying to, not deal with the central fact. But I mean, the whistleblower doesn't matter anymore. We have here a American official who went to work for Mike Pompeo at Pompeo's request, going to Ukraine to represent American to represent American interests and a supporter of, Ukrainian democracy and efforts there, saying that a Trump intimate told him that they were going to withhold military aid authorized and appropriated by Congress for this unless Zelensky did what he wanted him to do and made a public announcement about Burisma. So forget the whistleblower.
Right.
We have names. We have Taylor. We have Sondland. We have Mulvaney, and we have Trump. So they can mention the whistleblower from here until next till next century.
Until they run out of whistles.
We're way beyond that now.
I'm over on time. I give you both one sentence. David Corn and John Podhoretz. Today, the worst day for Trump impeachment since the whistleblower news broke. David, would you say that?
Yeah, I think so. I'm kind of flabbergasted. After decades of disagreeing with John, we firmly agree it's a terrible day for the Trump presidency.
John?
Oh, it's the worst day for the Trump presidency, period, close quote. And I mean, maybe Charlottesville followed by this, or this
exclamation point.
Yeah.
David Corn and John Podhoretz, as they put it, not always agreeing, but agreeing on the facts here. And really great to get some extra views on this. I appreciate both of you. Hey, I'm Ari Melber from MSNBC. You can see more of our videos right here, or better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel below. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.